Hello, friends. Hope you're having a wonderful day and or evening. Welcome to Calzac Bean. My name is Eddie. Yep, this camera view, sometimes I look down the board. It's a wonderful sight. So what I'd like to talk to you today about, I get a lot of questions and everybody says, man, all those knobs, all those buttons, you know what they all do? Well, I want to give you a little tour of the console just to kind of give you a layout and so you understand. And man, sometimes we look smarter than we really are. It's easier than you think. So I'm going to flip you around and take you for a little stroll around the console. Okay? Hope my lighting's okay and everything like that. But this is the console. It's 48 channels, 4 stereo channels, and 8 buses. Now, just want everyone to know that it's not as complicated as you think. So just so you understand, if we look down here, you see how they're all in a row. So this row right here, or column, is channel 1. Then the next one would be channel 2. So just to let you understand that we're not super smart. It's not like a bunch of different knobs. Everything that is in channel 1 here, that is the same as channel 2 and channel 3. So once you know what everything does in that first channel, you then know the other 47 channels. The buttons didn't change. They all had the same thing. So just to give you a little tour. So let's think of the sound. The sound comes in at the top and then it's going to come down through. Now you have a button here where you can choose line or microphone depending on what you do. And then how loud you want it to come in is this button here. Then we have auxiliaries, and this is where I can send the signal as it comes down. I can send a copy of it to somewhere else, and we'll get to that later. So I have 8 auxes. Then I have an EQ. An EQ, most of you would know, is equalization. So I have different frequency bands, and then I can add or take away from those frequency bands. So this is, we count them, the dark blue ones here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 4-band parametric EQ. All right, and then the button, you can turn the EQ on. Then you have a high pass filter. Then you have the insert button. Then you can move it left or right, like in the stereo field. Do you want the sound coming from the left? Do you want it coming from the right? However you'd like it. Then down here at the bottom, this fader, where you move it up and down, if I have it down, we're not going to hear anything. So the sound comes down, and then I push the fader up to the loudness I want. See that? Down and then up. That's how you get the sound. And that's the sound that I send out. So that's how it works. Now, all these buttons on the side here, these are all where you can tell it where to go. I want it to go to the left, right, the main out. And then these are the buses. I have told you I have 8 buses. So I can click this button and it'll send it to there. And then I can unclick that one and it'll only send it to bus 1. I can send it to bus 1 and 2. So now let's look at those over here. So all these channels are all the same. So it's not like I've got rocket science and I memorized all these buttons. They're all doing the same thing for each channel. Okay, then in the middle here, we have the middle section, the master section, most people call it. Okay, so here's my 8 buses. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I can keep them individual, but I can also tie them together. So that's why I have them different colors, because I might move the faders up. And then I'm going to have, like, say, my drums and my bass going to that bus in a stereo, and then I can pan it left and right. So I could have 4 stereo buses or 8 mono buses. And then everything gets funneled down to these two right here. This is the left and right. So when I move this fader up here, this left one, that makes it louder in the left speaker. And then the right one makes the right louder. This is mono. That's more in the center, but I don't really use that. And then down here, it's not more buses or channels. These are VCAs. And these just help me control. I can say I want channel 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I want to record. I want to control their volume with this fader. So I can say, okay, so then I don't have to move channel 1, 2, 3, and 4 by themselves individually. I can set them to this one, and then I can move just that one fader and control all 4 volumes with that. But that's basically how it works. And then on the out, we have another equalizer that goes on the stereo out, which is down here. These 2 faders link to this equalizer right up here. And that's how we are able to get everything working. That's how the console works. And of course, we have stereo channels. So these are 4 stereo channels that I have. So technically, it would make it a 56 channel, console. But that's how it works. So all these buttons on this side, all the knobs, all the buttons, they're all doing the same thing as all the buttons on this side, but they do it for each channel. So you're not memorizing the whole thing. So I'm just memorizing what these do right here, just what these do. And then I now know that for the other 47 channels. Now, yes, the master section is different, but you'll figure that out. So we might look smarter than we are, but we just keep doing things over. And the best way to think of all these are all volume knobs. If I turn one up, I'm like listening to it and it's like, oh, that sounds bad. Well, put it back. But I can lower the volume. I can raise the volume. That's what it does. It raises and lowers the volume of a certain frequency. Raises and lower the volume of the whole total sound. Everything is pretty much, the way you look at it, is a volume button that you can move up or down for whatever you're trying to control. And that's how it works. And the auxiliaries, once again, they're just going to other things. Like it might go to a reverb. It might go to a delay. And I'm just sending a copy of the signal to another place. And that's how that works. So I hope this was beneficial. I hope you all have a great day and or evening. And I will chat with you soon. Later.